From your Revere TV studio on Broadway, it's the Revere Review.
Hello, and welcome to the Revere Review. I'm Debbie Pesca.
And I'm Ed DeVoe. Well, recently, parishioners of the Immaculate Conception Church held its annual family festival. One of the major features of the event was the food court featuring fine cuisine from 11 different countries.
Wow, that sounds like a great day, Ed.
It was a great event. I got to go over that afternoon, and one of the things I love most in life is empanadas, and I must have had about 3 or 4 of them that day. I was in heaven.
And speaking of a great day, members of the Cataldo family led the way on their first annual Steps for Cancer walk. Over 200 people walked for more than 3 miles to raise funds for cancer research and treatment. The walk was held in honor of the late beloved Rosemary Cataldo. Rosemary is also the wife of one of our board members, Gennaro Cataldo.
Dr. Cataldo, yes.
And I'm sure she's looking down, smiling at that lovely family.
It was a great event, and earlier, in the month, actually, the Revere City Council passed a resolution memorializing or making note of the cancer walks and cancer-related issues, and it was a great tribute to people who have passed away from cancer and the things that are being done in their memory.
Great.
Well, after 4 years of hard work, the Beachmont community celebrated completion of the Beachmont Community Park at Douglas Cummings Square. The park was named after a World War I veteran who was killed in the Battle of Saint-Mihiel-Saillant, and it was the site also of the first public school in Beachmont and later served as a satellite location for the Revere Public Library and a police substation. During the dedication ceremony, the Beachmont Improvement Committee and their guest speakers, which included Speaker of the House Bob DeLeo, Representative Kathy Ann Reinstein, and Mayor Dan Rizzo, all made it clear that the park's renovation was a true collaborative effort, one that the community should be very proud of.
So what is it for us today? It's a wonderful little green space, a fully green space again. And as small as it has great significance in the life of Beachmont. Today, it's a place of peace and comfort amidst an urban setting. It's a place to meditate about our past, present, and I hope the future life of our community. It's a place to reminisce about the experiences here that we have had, and a place to rejoice in the lives of all who are memorialized here. Thank you.
Great. That's a beauty. I thought you cut it. Unbelievable. Good.
On Friday night, September 27th, the Women Encouraging Empowerment Incorporated sponsored their second annual fundraiser at the Beachmont VFW. As you may remember, we highlighted WE in a recent focus on Revere and the services they provide to the growing immigrant community in Revere. The function was well attended, and former Executive Director Fatou Fati told the crowd that WE continues to educate immigrant women through programs that address domestic violence, citizenship training, and the development of English language skills. Fatou also recognized a retiring member of the WE board, Lona Frongillo. Lona also happens to be a Revere TV member. I would not have missed this function, and I was able to speak to Lona about her award and her time on the WE board, and we would like to share that with you now. Hello, I'm here with Lona Frongillo, who was just honored at the WE, and I think you just saw it, at the WE organization. She was honored for leadership and community service. Lona, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Great honor. I see here that you were on this board for approximately 3 years?
Yes, I was. Actually, Fatou and myself had started the organization, and we got the thing going. It was really slow in the beginning, but it's getting to be a bigger and bigger organization.
Why are you leaving this position?
I left this position about 6 months ago because I have so many other organizations that I belong to, and I felt that I did I did what I could do, and that I knew that I was leaving it in good hands because Fatu was still involved, and Mac was going to take over as president, and I know that Mac was really qualified to do that, so I felt that everything would be good.
Well, you can tell by the turnout tonight that it obviously is in good hands, and now we met Jackie, the new executive director, and obviously it's in real good hands.
Right.
Tell me, what is your best memory from the last 3 years?
My best memory, let's see, the penny drive that we were going to have. We decided to do a penny drive, and we were going to raise a lot of money for the organization. Well, it really didn't work out that well, but we had a lot of laughs. We did a couple of photo shoots, and but it didn't. But now, with all Fatu's hard work and the board's hard work, they were able to get money to, back the organization.
What will you miss the most? Will it be the food? Will it be the friends?
Well, I don't really think I'll miss anything, because even though I'm not on the board anymore, I'm in the background, so I work at the library. I have all the information about women, about we, and when people come in and they're looking to learn English, there I go. I go and I get the flyer and I say, okay, if this is what you want, call Fatu, and so many people have been able to go to we because of, word of mouth. So I feel that I'm still...
You're an absolute resource for these women.
Yeah, and I'm involved, in not the capacity of being on a board, but I'm still involved. They bring in their recipes, and we hang them on the board, and we try some of the recipes. So they might try some of my recipes, which are Italian. I might try a Moroccan recipe. I might try a Spanish Latino recipe. So, and like I said, I met a lot of friends. I still have a lot of friends. I still see them, in the library when I go to events. I'll see them when I go shopping, and they'll remember me and they'll, hi. So it was really a good experience.
Well, Lona, they certainly appreciate your dedication and your leadership and your community service, and there certainly was a lot of community service. I was just writing down some of the things that you're involved in, and you're obviously a credit to our Revere community. Thank you. Lona was overwhelmed and very honored. She felt that she made some dear friends on the WE board and wasn't really leaving, as she would have had those friends forever. Fatu also went on to say, from the 160 immigrants that registered for their programs, 22 women and 4 men found employment, 7 women passed citizenship, and 7 registered for future education in college or job training. Congratulations, WE, on a very successful night.
That's quite an accomplishment in what they've done. And to Lona, she's just one of those people that in all of the community activities, and we talk about people involved everywhere you go in different activities, Lona usually pops up at some point in time.
Well, Lona retired from this because she has so much on her plate. It wasn't that she wanted to leave, it's just that she has so much on her plate. Yeah. It's amazing.
Only so much time to do things, exactly. Yep. Well, a few weeks ago, the DPW was called out to address a break in a sewer pipe. What they discovered has the city leaders and residents on Winthrop Ave in the Immaculate Conception area bracing for what looks like a long, costly, and inconvenient repair. The broken sewer pipe lies 20 feet below the street and is buried under 2 large MWRA water mains, a gas line, and other utility conduits. Bob Button of CDM Smith, an engineering company familiar with the city's sewer system, said, "The broken pipe drains nearly 400 acres of area within the city, which represents about 10% of the city's areas. It's a local problem," he said, "but it will have widespread implications for the whole city." At a recent city council meeting, the mayor noted that some emergency, short-term borrowing will be required to complete the costly repairs. Repair work is likely to begin in October and will take approximately 3 months to complete. Ward 1 Councilor Richard Penta stated that a meeting in the coming weeks will be held to inform the people in the neighborhood about the city's plans to address the problem. In the meantime, DPW crews have been running a pump to bypass the crumbled sewer pipe, but that has grown expensive with overtime costs, police details, and lots of equipment. It's a nasty situation that's going to take some time to resolve.
Never mind the traffic problem.
Yeah, that's going to be part of the nasty situation. You're right.
Yep. Well, new procedures. Revere Police Chief Joseph Caffarelli has instituted several new procedures in the police department. Last week, Caffarelli announced he will put into effect mileage checking on all police cars before and after shift, as well as installing GPS tracking systems. And speaking of public safety, Revere TV is teaming up with the City of Revere to produce informational PSAs. And let's take a look at the first one featuring Chief Caffarelli.
I'm Mayor Dan Rizzo. Since taking office back in January of 2011, I have made it a high priority of mine to ensure that we, as an administration, kept an open dialogue with all of our residents. In keeping with this commitment, we are launching a series of public service announcements with the help of our friends here at Revere TV. These public service announcements will cover a range of topics such as public safety, education, neighborhood ordinances and building codes, senior services, and public health. Today, I'd like to talk about public safety. This has been and continues to be my #1 priority as mayor. There is no greater duty that I can think of imposing upon myself than doing all that I can to ensure the safety and security of our residents and our neighborhoods. To kick off our first of what we hope will be many of these public service announcements, and talk to you about ways that you can make sure that you and your family are protected, I would like to introduce to you our police chief, Chief Joe Caffarelli.
Hello, my name is Chief Joe Caffarelli. The Revere Police Department would like to remind you that school is back in session. Please be mindful of pedestrian traffic in and around school zones in the city of Revere. Also, please watch for the crossing guards and pedestrians in crosswalks at key intersections in school zones. And I would like to mention that passing a bus with flashing red lights is a $300 violation, not to mention extremely dangerous. Please exercise caution whenever you are operating a vehicle during school hours. This includes vans and livery cars with school bus placards and flashing red lights. I would like to make you aware of crimes of opportunity committed during the hours of darkness. We've had a rash of motor vehicle breaks throughout the city. Most are random and target unlocked vehicles. The best way to keep from being a victim is to lock your car. This simple step will keep you from becoming a victim. Also, keep valuables such as GPS, CDs, handbags, and wallets out of the view to a casual observer. The same can be said of your home. Lock your outer doors and first-floor windows to prevent you from becoming a victim of a crime of opportunity. If you make it harder for the criminal to target you, they will move on to an easier mark. Also, if you have an alarm system, make sure it's in good working order. Keep ladders locked up. Not only can they be stolen, they can be used to gain access to your home. While we're on the subject of what to lock up around the house, keep bicycles secured and out of sight. Keep sheds and garages locked and secured. You could be the victim of a crime and not even know it if you aren't in your shed for a period of time. Sometimes tools are stolen and not missed until they are needed again. Lastly, always be on guard against scams, whether they're on the phone, internet, or door-to-door. If you didn't call someone to work on your house, don't let them in. Don't disclose your Social Security number or account number to anyone you don't know and trust. And finally, if you see a crime, report a crime. Our tip line is 781-286-8847. Thank you.
Well, with the citywide casino referendum set for November 5th, the mayor is now focusing on getting the word out to all the city's voters about the mitigation package and the casino's overall impact to the city. One way the mayor plans to get the word out is to tape a series of roundtable discussions that will be aired on Revere TV in the coming weeks. The series will focus on presenting 5 primary areas of information: the mitigation package, traffic and transportation, public safety, Casino Design, and the state's Legislation and Gambling Commission. Participating in the roundtable discussions with the mayor will be the City Economic Director John Festa, Fire Chief Doherty, Police Chief Caffarelli, Head of Securities for Suffolk Downs Paul Evans, COO Chip Tuttle, Representative Kathy Ann Reinstein, and Senator Anthony Petroselli. In addition to the roundtable discussions to be aired on Revere TV, the mayor also plans to hold 2 informational meetings that will be open to all residents. The first of these meetings will be held at the Revere City Hall on Saturday, October 19th at 10 a.m. The second will be held at Revere Senior Center on Wednesday, October 30th at 6 p.m.
And of course, the other horse in the race, East Boston, will also be voting whether or not they want the casino at Suffolk Downs. The Boston City Council recently decided that East Boston will be the only section of the city that will be allowed to vote on the casino issue. And in a related news story, the Boston Globe recently reported that many of the religious leaders in the East Boston community will be stepping up to the pulpits in the coming weeks to voice their opposition to the casino. It's going to get very interesting in the coming weeks.
Yes, it is. It's going to heat up right up to November 5th. And of course, on November 5th, the casino vote is not the only thing we'll all be watching for. Revere residents will also be casting ballots for city council and school committee positions, as well as determining who will fill Ed Markey's recently vacated seat in the U.S. House of Representatives.
And to help us all become more informed voters on that day, Revere TV will be airing a number of debates, question and answer forums, and informational spots recorded by the candidates themselves.
The Counselor at Large Q&A forum, co-hosted and co-produced by the Revere Journal and Revere TV, will be aired live from the Rumney Marsh Academy at 7 p.m. on Thursday, October 17th.
Coming up next, on Tuesday, October 22nd, Revere TV, along with the Revere Advocate, will be conducting live in-studio debates between the candidates vying for the Ward 1 and Ward 5 City Council seats. The Ward 5 debate will be aired at 6 p.m. and the Ward 1 debate will be aired at 7 p.m.
And then 2 days later, on October 24th, we will be back at the Rumney Marsh Academy with the Revere Journal, conducting a live Q&A forum with the school committee candidates at 7 p.m.
So between the casino vote and the municipal elections, there's a lot going on in the city leading up to November 5th. So stay tuned, and we're doing our best to keep you informed and up to date.
It's going to be quite an action-packed month, I'll tell you.
It will be.
And as if October wasn't already action-packed, as I just mentioned, just a reminder that Revere has a Columbus Day parade that will be winding its way down Broadway and Revere Street on Monday, October 14th. And preceding the parade will be the Columbus Day breakfast roast at the Casa Lucia on Sunday, October 13th, which promises to be a lot of fun. And of course, Revere TV will be there presenting the breakfast and the parade to you live using our recently acquired live view equipment. Tickets for the breakfast are still available. And for more information on the parade or to purchase tickets, you can call 781-286-8119 or email the mayor at revere_mayor@revere.org.
So Ed, this is going to be our first parade together.
I know. That's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting sitting there. Yes, all the floats are coming by. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
And speaking of a great day, there wasn't a dry eye on the field when Miss Olivia Frenny took the mound to sing the national anthem at the first annual baseball game for Revere Kids with Disabilities. With Dad and organizer Rick Frenny announcing her to the mic, this little bit of a thing walked up and belted out one of the most beautiful renditions of the national anthem I have ever heard. And that was only the beginning of the night. As each child either took to the field or got up to bat, the excitement arose. Parents clapped, pitches were thrown, balls hit, bases run, runs scored, and each child wanted more. It was an awesome event. And I wanted to send a big shout out to John Camerata and Michael Hinojosa, who have to be commended for putting together such a tremendous program for such great kids. Let's take a look.
Oh, so can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we have as the twilight last gleaming, whose frost and bright stars through the cloud wilderness fly. land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Fernie.
In the end, it was the kids who got the medal, but it was us adults who won.
Yeah, you know, that's quite interesting footage. I was saying earlier that I was at a baseball game a couple of weeks ago, and there was a young man who was, I think, 12 years old, a young child, who has autism as well, who sang the national anthem at that event, and it's just amazing to watch. To see how well they can do that. You know, people don't realize that, you know, even though a child has autism, there are so many things that they can accomplish. It's just incredible to see.
Olivia, you're on TV. You were great.
Yes, unbelievable.
And I guess that does it for us this weekend.
Yeah, so stay tuned. There's a lot coming up this month. We're going to have a lot of activity going on, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks. So take care.
Become a volunteer Revere TV citizen journalist and help report on the people, places, issues, and events of your very own neighborhood. All you need is an interest in covering community events that are important to you. Visit us at reveretv.org or message us on facebook.com/reveretv. Learn how you can sign up for free classes today.